Well, if we reach the issue of questions that people ask me in my sex therapy clinic at our medical center in Israel, then I can divide it into two groups, main groups. First, question of people with Parkinson, and then questions of the carer or of the partners. So sometimes partners, I'll start with the partners, it's the easier in a way, because first, some of them worry. Maybe sex is dangerous. I'll tell you why, because sometimes, when a person with Parkinson gets excited, sometimes his dyskinesia gets worse. He starts moving more because of the arousal. And some people think that it will worsen the disease. It does not worsen. It just is a manifestation of the excitement. And it's not bad, because let's say that I sit with my husband and suddenly he moves a lot and I know that he's aroused because of me. It's nice. Normally we don't show it. So what I told you now is the question, the problem that I'm asking, and also one of the solutions. Because one of the solutions is just look at it differently. Because if you get angry about it, then you are really messed up with it. So one of the questions is if sexual activity worsen anything about Parkinson, and I say no, because feeling good about your body is good, and being caressed is good, is even curable. And sometimes when you have sex and then you are relaxed, you need sometimes less medications. So it's not bad. The second question that I find very frequent is about desire. Many times the partner will ask about sexual desire, about increased desire or about decreased desire, but usually the problem is not the desire itself, but the gap it produces. It's the gap between one partner and the other one. Let's say that in the beginning they were kind of alike. No couple is really equal with their sexual desire, but let's say that the difference was small and very easily to be overcome. And suddenly there is a huge difference. Sometimes people with Parkinson have really decreased desire because of lack of dopamine, or because of the antidepressant, or because psychologically they are really sad. So they don't feel desire. And sometimes the desire goes to another direction, and we have increased, sometimes even hypersexual or disinhibited desire. And the gap which it creates between the desire of the partner and the desire of the person with Parkinson causes a lot of distress. So this is the second question that I am asked about. Then we have question of people with Parkinson, and they ask usually very practical questions. I will give you a few examples, but take into consideration that there are really few. They will ask about all this stuff because nobody talks about it. They don't know if it has to do with Parkinson or with something else in their life. For example, problems with erections, problems to get aroused. Sometimes the problems is different. They get aroused perfectly. The erection or the lubrication of the woman is perfect. But then they want to move, to change a position. Let's say that we lie on our back, and then we want to change a position. Let's say that the man would like to come to mount over the woman, or the woman would want to move towards him. And when they have to concentrate on the commands to create a movement, they have to concentrate so much that their sexual concentration is reduced, and suddenly they are not aroused. They don't have any erection, the men, and the women has less lubrication, and suddenly the excitement stopped. So sometimes what you have to do is just give them practical solutions. For example, prepare your position before. Or if you change position, start from the beginning. What can we do? This is just begin. As if you did nothing until this moment, but don't get angry. Because if you are angry is augmenting the effect of the decreased desire or decreased arousal. So you have to think about it. So the questions are really practical. They are asking about arousal, about desire, and about problems in reaching orgasm. Because in Parkinson, what we find, some people come too quickly, suddenly. The orgasm is very quick. In men, we call it premature ejaculation, but it can happen also to the women with Parkinson. Some of them start to be very slow, and sometimes they even cannot reach orgasm. And also here, the solution should be very practical. If you have difficulty in reaching orgasm, stop trying to reach it. I know that it is not a nice advice, but working and the effort and that you are doing in trying to reach orgasm really will take away any pleasure from the activity that you are doing. So better stay with the arousal part that you enjoy, and then we'll find some solutions how to let you reach orgasm better. But don't get stuck on the issue, which is really kind of, if we'll talk with Parkinson language, it's as if the orgasm is off in your life or in your stage. These are the main questions which they will ask.